Good afternoon, everyone. A special guest invited to this B20 conference, colleagues, ambassadors, and consul generals, and diplomats in general, G20 delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is an immense pleasure for me to be here, enjoying this warm welcome from all the Nagaland people. I feel a very huge hospitality by all of you. There is a joyful environment, and there is a special details for the G20 guests all over, beginning from the hotel, from the transportation, from the people that is surrounding us. I feel very special, thanks for that. And also I feel very commonly associated to what I feel in Panama. When I was in the airplane, I was expecting to see more green than what I see in Junelli, that is my house right now. And I do see green. I do feel very special because my country is full of green also. So I think we have a couple of things in common, and I'm going to mention. One of the things is that we are very small. Panama is the size of Assam, more or less. So you can have an idea. And we enjoy, admire, and culture in all we can the forest and the preservation of the woods and all that is green. Panama, it's a carbon negative process. Carbon negative country. So this means that 60%, 63% of our forest and of our lands, it's all forest. So we have a very pure air, just like Nagaland, and beautiful skies, and we really try to work in the sustainable development in all the possible ways we can. We also are a country of low population. We are only 4 million people, and the most important thing is that we admire and have 7 groups of tribal people in Panama, which are very different from each other and have different dialects. And just like Nagaland, they have their own land given by the government since 1950. That makes us a country that appreciate not only the forest but the tribal traditions. And an example of this is that just in my presentations I am always with my tribal kind of textiles that we use in Panama to promote the admiration for our tribal population. So we also have things in agriculture very common. As I am listening to the other speakers, I can see that we also develop agriculture just like Nagaland, very similar products, except for the hottest chili in the world, which I totally cannot compete with that. But we both like rice, we both like corn, and we are like high consumers of that. We produce a very good coffee, just like Jamaica, maybe better, as you say. But Jamaica have the best runners, for sure. And by the way, I really enjoy the coffee I just take recently. Like it's a very soft and delicious coffee, so congratulations, Nagaland, for that. And it's really good and organic. You can feel the fresher of the coffee. So let's talk about the opportunities after this. But before that, I'm going to mention some couple of things of Panama that you can get to know in your mind an idea of my country. Right now, 2 weeks ago, we, according to Bloomberg 2023 analysis, it reveals that we have a growth of 10.8% in Latin America economy. That means we are number one and two with Colombia, which is like the fastest economy in the region. Even though we are a very small country, we are very strong in logistics, which is our treasure with the Panama Canal, of course, that you might listen before. So we are a democratic, stable country in Latin America. We have the dollar currency. We have we enjoy of security, and as I mentioned before, we are very strong in everything that is logistics. So this means that any business you do in Panama, which is in the center of all the America continent, is a strategical location, allow such a easy way of doing business and transportation through all the continent from our unique country. So what are the opportunities after analyzing and listening to the speakers before? I think that in the Western, we are more conscious of what we are eating and the kind of food we are eating. We are also getting into the organic, but we are also beginning to analyze the ancestral grain products, which are the millets. And now India, it's important and it's on the spotlight worldwide this year because of the International Year of the Millet. India is hosting, and I heard that also Nagaland is producing millets. So I think that in the Western we just get to know the recipes. I have tasted like a kind of variety of cakes and different kind of products which are new for us, but they taste delicious. We get to get more conscious of our eating and the exporting of the millets to not only my country but in the Western continent. It's gonna be like a good hit because we need that. Also, the weaving and tribal exchange will be very positive. As I mentioned, we have 7 kind of tribal groups in Panama, and the learning from women will be very interesting, and an exchange of tribal knowledge and how each tribal in each country, or in this case the state, can make an interchange of different kind of best practices in that area, and best practices in agriculture too. We are very good in agriculture also, because we are a low population country. We have a control of that, but of course there are things we can share and we can learn together. So I think that cultural exchange and agricultural exchange of knowledge and best practices will be something that can be developed. Just to finish, I have a final remark. I'm very impressed of yesterday's presentation and performance, and Nagaland is full of talent, and of course learning that you are a peace promoter after a history of things that's happened in the past. And now the main thing I get about Nagaland is the community spirit, and as the shield of Nagaland says, the unity. For me, it's very special that you have 17 kind of tribes being together in community, working together in unity. So I really congratulate this state because of that. I think you have to perceive and unite to accomplish the goals you have as a state. Congratulations for that, and thank you.